Mitch's job, he says, is to write these characters as unlikable as possible. Our job is to make them as likable as possible. Did I say that right? Yeah, he writes unlikable, we play likable. And I guess you could go further and say that they also write us as crazy as possible, and we have to play as sane as possible. So any time these situations come up where you're just thinking, what? You know, Buster got his hand bitten off by a seal? Really? And then we just have to do it, and we have to make it seem sane and normal, and some characters react to it sort of very preciously, and others just kind of scoff at it, and you know, that's why I love the show. That's why I watch it, and the whole sort of puzzle thing of some of the plots and stuff. But I'm just, you know, I'm happy to be here. I'm trying to keep my job. Well, the people that aren't watching this show are probably missing a little more sort of viewer participation than one might have watching another comedy, where you just sort of turn it on and kind of wait for the jokes to happen, which is, you know, a very viable, you know, form of entertainment. I get it. You know, you come home and you want to, you know, turn on your TV and, you know, cook a meal and eat your dinner and maybe roll a phone call or two and maybe pay attention for, you know, 5 minutes and maybe get one or two jokes and then, you know, great, carry on and watch something else. With this, you are rewarded for maybe waiting to make your phone calls until after the show, because there's some stuff that really rewards you for paying attention. And I don't mean like you have to, you know, study it and, you know, make sure everyone shut up, you know, and, you know, put tinfoil on your windows. You know, I mean, you just have to just kind of just sit there and watch it. You don't have to do anything more than that. It's not, you know, overly smart or overly complicated. It's just simply stuff there that is interesting, and it happens at such a pace where you never get bored, and it's always unpredictable. So if you're one of those people that sits there and watch TV like I do, where the clicker's in your hand and you're ready to, you know, put a gun in somebody's mouth at any moment on TV and, you know, get rid of them, this will reward you, because it's never boring. You know, there's always something new that's happening, which is tough to sort of track sometimes our job while we're doing it. But once we cut it all together and Ron Howard comes in and does all the narrating and really kind of holds your hand through it, it becomes much, much easier. I'm really excited to be Monday night at 8 o'clock because, you know, we don't have to fit some sort of table that's been set beforehand by another show. You know, not that The Simpsons is a bad lead-in at all, which is where we were last year, but, you know, it seems like this show really isn't a proper fit for not just anything on Fox, but anything on any other network. There's, you know, no one is as, you know, twisted as Mitch Hurwitz, you know, running any of the other shows. So I think it's good for us to start out the night, and without getting into a bunch of sort of, you know, business minutia, it's nice that, you know, we're leading off the night, and perhaps we can expect a little bit more of, you know, the marketing budget and advertising time and all that stuff, and maybe it'll expose the show a little bit more. I was up, I was watching, I'm not embarrassed to say. Well, because I was in New York, so I was already up, you know, it was like 8:30 New York time, so that's not too bad. You know, I was thrilled. You know, I've obviously never been nominated before for an Emmy, and it's a really nice thing to be acknowledged, obviously, by your peers. It's a really cliche thing to say, but it you know, it does feel nice. You know, I think all humans want to be loved, but actors especially. I think it's just sort of by definition, you know, if you're an actor, you want approval, and especially by those that are, you know, in your profession. So that was very nice, and especially to get it for a show that I'm so proud of. You know, I mean, I haven't done crappy shows, but I haven't done fantastic shows, and I happen to think this is, you know, the latter. So it's nice to get you know, recognized for this. I'm really, really proud to be a part of this show.